How much motivation does the last time that you went out there and did what you did against Justin Jefferson give you motivation coming into this one?
I mean, I kind of, honestly, it gave me some confidence, but I was already, a confident guy. I knew the way I performed. I knew I was going to perform that way after the game, man. I always harp on that 24-hour rule, and win or lose, and if we win, enjoy that win, man. You got 24 hours to focus on the next opponent. So I kind of put it behind me, but I was already, like, as far as this game and the game, with the Vikings, I was already confident, and I'm the same confident guy this game.
You've had quite a first year here in Detroit, but where's your level of excitement now that it's playoff mode, playoff time, the thing that you've been looking forward to all year is finally here?
I mean, it's always levels, but each and every time I'm out there, I try to play at a high level. So I don't want to say, I'm going to boost my level up, whatever. I try to go out there and, I try to go out there and play with fire in me, So I'm not going to treat this like, I ain't trying to treat this like a regular game, but I'm going to come with the same mentality, man, same fire, just, be more detailed, because, the playoffs is you have to be on it. You have to be on it.
You played against a lot of different quarterbacks this year, but how different is this rookie in Jaden Daniels and what he's going to be bringing to the field this week?
Jaden, man, is a phenomenal young football player. Great with his legs, accurate. He's going to be good for a long time in this league. We just gotta, he's going to make his plays. Just trying to eliminate him, as much as possible. Try to get the offense back the ball.
Is this place and this culture and the way Dan Campbell runs things, is it a lot different than anything you've experienced?
While I was there, it had some, I enjoyed my time when I was at the Raiders. I have nothing bad to say about the Raiders. I just think, had a lot of guys that was, in that building at the Raiders that had that killer mentality. It's just here, it's a lot more guys that have that, that mentality of they play at a high level. They always run the ball. They detail, and they play Lions football, which is hard-nosed football. And I just feel like, I was able to fit right in, because that's my style of play.
Did you tell what the Lions were building? Everybody in the NFL seems like they could tell what the Lions were building.
I was going for the Lions, man, for the Super Bowl. Of course, I was at home, so I was rooting for them, man, because how they built the culture. Like I said before, man, they built this from the ground up. They got, they earned everything they got. And I wanted to be a part of, not only because they were winning, but the mentality and the swagger and the energy that they played with, and the things they were chasing. So I know what they're chasing here, and I feel like I can be a part of it.
Yeah, that's a Meek Robertson right there, man. That is, I love listening to him talk. Sounds like the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. He gonna come from that New Orleans, that good feel out there. We're gonna be talking about this game today. We're gonna be talking about this divisional playoff game today on this here episode of the Lion Villain Report. Stay tuned.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lies to sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes win. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose, move on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning is crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Lion Villain Report. I am your host. My name is Russell Wayne. I'll be with you for the next hour, talking some Lions football. Lions going to be playing them Washington Commanders tonight to move on to the NFC Championship, with an opportunity for the Detroit Lions to host an NFC Championship. But we have the Washington Commanders standing in front of us, coming into our Lions den. Gonna try to make a little noise. Got 4 games left. 4 games left. 8 teams. One of these 8 teams will be your 2025 Super Bowl winner, hoisting the Lombardi. Before we get to all that, let's pay some of these bills right here. Thank you. We got broadcasting live right now into the Villain Squad, approaching 63,000 villains. Yeah. I wanted to thank everybody who was out there following the Lions Villain Squad football page. Oh, I've been having the ladies coming over for all of the games, and they get so excited the way the Lions be winning and stuff. So Leon Phelps is going to be with you all the way to 70,000. So acknowledge your villains. Yeah. Live on YouTube. Throwing in some of that YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. We're over there with the Detroit Lions News Podcast, Joe Chapp and his 80,000 Lion fans. We appreciate you letting us broadcast onto your spot. Roku, we on Roku. On the Huddle Sports Network, thank you to Bill the Packer fan and Mike the Bear fan. They got over 30 podcasts on there, all through the NFC North. We like that. Shout out to Main Event Mike right there. He's got the Main Event Football Show. You can watch him on Monday nights at 7 p.m. That's Main Event Mike. Yeah, you can also get a hold of him right there if you want to be guilty by association. This show is brought to you by NFL Shop and the NFL Swag. You can use that link right there. Get you some of the NFC North Championship gear. Right there, NFC North Champions, Detroit Lions. Use that link, save up to 25% off from our affiliate marketing partners at NFL Shop. And if you want to be guilty by association, you own a business, and you live in the state of Michigan, you love the Detroit Lions, get a hold of Main Event Mike, 810-620-2167. Find out how you can partner with the villain. Be guilty by association. Harness the power of the villain. Because we're the UDFA of sports podcasting. Yeah, that's right. We're the Tom Kennedy, baby. We're the Tom Kennedy. We may not be the best podcast, but we're going to keep on grinding until we are. We're going to keep on learning. We're going to keep on getting better every single day. We listen to the words of Dan Campbell. We grind. We work on the little things every day, trying to get it a little bit better and a little bit better. And one of the things that we've been doing is having the coaches talk, reacting to these videos of our players that are on here. And this is Amik Robertson. I wanted to finish out with this just because, for one, I just love listening to him talk. I feel like I could eat anything that somebody that talks like this makes, because they're gonna lather on all that sauce and it's gonna taste good right there. Amik Robertson's gonna go out there and he's gonna be covering wide receivers, and they ain't gonna be doing nothing because I'm gonna lock them down. That's right, it's Amik Robertson. Let's react to this video.
Wondering what it's like here, what they're about, because they are a very popular team now across the league. You hear from other players and stuff at all?
Oh yeah, I hear from a couple of my old teammates, coaches. How they see us, very successful. Some players are happy for me, but some players are rooting for us, man. Some of my old teammates, they rooting for not only me but for us, because they understand where we come from and how this organization, like I said before, was able to build each other up from the ground up.
This place is filled with mottos, and you had one after that game against the Vikings. You can't bury what's come from the dirt. Has that kind of taken on a life of its own in a way?
That was something that I stood by, man. I just stand by that. Like I said, my whole career playing football, I had, I was from where I come from, period. Like I didn't come from, I wasn't spoon fed. I had to earn everything I got now. That's from life, football, everything. And it just like, certain situations I could have, it tried to bury me, but I was a guy that had that mindset, man, and keep on fighting, having that warrior mindset. When things get tough, man, you dig deeper. You don't make excuses for yourself, and of course, that's what this organization stand by. So, I was speaking from that aspect, but I mean, this organization fit that quote easily.
Is there something here too about they let players be who they are, both speaking wise and every other way?
I was trying to think of what I wanted to say on this, but when he's talking about that mentality, that coming out there and they got to earn every step. Now, Dan Campbell touched on that a little bit the other day, because a lot of people look at the bye as like, oh, you might come in a little bit rusty, but no, they earned that bye. They earned that bye, and they have the mentality where it's like, listen, man, it feels good getting the accolades now. I'm glad you're noticing what I'm doing right now, but this has been my mentality the whole time. I just haven't changed, and I had to grind to get everything in there to where sometimes it seems like the one seed is cruising. We don't have the mentality of cruising when we're out there. These guys have built what they've built off of hard work and grinding and getting a little bit better every day. It's inspiring, and I don't think it's going to be a weakness at all. I expect them to ball out tonight.
Every time I walk on the field, man, these coaches, man, trusted me. They believed in me, and like I always harp on it. When you got coaches that believe in you, and you always want to go out there and kill yourself out there on the field for them, man. Go full speed and play hard, each and every time. And every time I go out there and I touch the grass, AG always tell me, and Dan, go out there and be you, and when you can do that, man, I can be myself within the scheme. That's why I'm always all over the field. I trust my keys and just let my instincts and my talent take control.
You mean personality-wise too, do you think?
Yeah. Like Dan tell me, man, never lose my stinger. No matter, the ref's always on me when I'm talking, and he just tell me be a little smart, but he tell me, man, never lose your stinger, because some of my teammates, most of my teammates, offense and defense, special teams, they feed off it.
Stinger? Is that stinger?
Yeah.
Yeah, we feed off of it. I feed off of it. I feed off crowd reaction too. And I didn't do that. I'm such a rude butthole right here. But I want to say hello to everybody that's in here so far. I'm so excited for this football game, guys. It feels good. It feels good to be in the January football. And here we are. We got Matthew Rednecker in the house.
You like that? You like that?
Jeremy B's up in the house.
You like that?
John is up in the house. We got the Single Dads Club up in here. And there we go, Broski Bear.
You like that?
Yeah. What's up, Barnes?
You like
Barnes
that?
is in the house. Jones in the house.
You like that?
Mo Nasser is in the house. He says we are the best podcast. That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like I got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to continue to work on that, but I am going to, I believe in the grind. You work on little things. You find little things to work on, and you get better at it incrementally. I'm on St. Brown catching over 200 balls after practice. It may just seem like it's just routine, but those are the little teeny things. Keep doing those little things better. I'm tired of hearing Washington Commanders talk about Jaden Daniels is going to beat us. That was Turbo in the house. Mo. What up, Doe? What up, Joseph? Adam's up in the house. Lions Nation. I'm not sick of the Commanders. I think they wanted to come in. They wanted to smoke. They said they wanted Detroit. They wanted Detroit. They wanted Detroit. They out of all the teams, you want to chant that out there. It's like that they're using that as bulletin board material, right, guys? You don't think that Panay Sewell's going to look at that? It's like, yeah. You wanted it, you got it. You called down the thunder, well, you got it. I mean, what are we going to do about Jaden Daniels? How are we going to contain him? I mean, it's a good question. Jaden Daniels is a dynamic playmaker. And our coaches have went out there and said as much. They say, you know, we expect him to make plays. He's going to make plays. But like I said earlier this week, we don't answer questions. We don't have to answer questions. Because unless Jaden Daniels wants to put up 51 points, which he won't, then we don't answer questions. You need to answer questions, Washington. What are you going to do with your 30th ranked rush defense? With your bookends that get ran on, what are you going to do? When David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs start gouging you for 8-9 yards a carry, what are you going to do when you have to commit 8 to the box to stop that, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams start eating you up on the outside, and Laporta in the middle? What are you gonna do? Because we're gonna hang 40 on you. Everybody says you need to control the ball against Jaden Daniels. No, we're gonna run the score up. The Lions are going to look to put up 21 points in the first quarter and make them have to play from behind and make Jaden Daniels have to beat him and be perfect with his arm to try to keep up. And then they're going to start sending the smoke at him. And he's going to make some plays, but he's also going to make some mistakes. And the Lions are just going to build their lead. And then they're going to win. 41-24. And they're just going to keep on pumping that lead out there. And this story is going to be like, oh, wow, Jaden Daniels played really, really good, but the Lions, that offense, we don't answer questions. How are we going to stop Jaden Daniels? Okay. We probably won't. And we'll still win by 20 points. And we won't contain him. Do get out on a couple runs. I would be in shock and complete disappointment if the Lions don't dominate this game and win this game. And if it gets into a close game, I'll end up being happy that we won, but I'll still be a little bit disappointed. But then I'll get over it really fast because we'll be in the NFC Championship. But if we lose the game, I'll come on here with my white face, listening to Broski run his mouth, because then we become just like all the other one and dones. You know, those are the scenarios. But the fact of the matter is, out of all these teams that are left, this Lions team wants it. I've never looked at a playoff field thinking that my team is the team to beat. No, you're hoping somebody, knocks off the Bills and the Chiefs. But not really. Because the bottom line is if you want to win the Super Bowl, you're going to have to go through a great team to do it. There's no shortcuts. You're going to have to go through Mahomes. You're going to have to go through Allen. Hell, you're going to have to go through Stafford again. You got to go through Jaden Daniels. You might have to go through Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. There's no... This isn't easy. So yeah, but still, broski. I mean, this is a good setup for you. It's good for you to pick the Lions, because that way, if the Lions lose, you can come on here and be like, Russ, you see, I picked the Lions. You guys failed me. I see you. But still, I agree with you that the Redskins defense has the questions to answer. That's the way I look at it. There are some people that think that this game might be low scoring because the teams are going to do all this just running the football and ball control all day. Well, Lions got the best run. That means they're going to be running the ball all day. No, I think they'll be running the score up tonight. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, they got the over-under set here at 55.5. It's still an 8.5 point spread. I think it did go up a point during the week. I mean, that pays really good for Washington to win the game outright. Plus 360 is a pretty good payout. So when I look at this game, I'm just like, there's nothing about the game from everybody that's smart, and I'm not smart, but I'm usually decent at picking these spreads. But the betting and the money is saying that it is a very long shot for the Washington Commanders to win the game outright at plus 360. 55.5 points. That's a pretty high. They expect this to be a shootout. Or they expect some points to be scored in one way or another. Elise Memes is in the house. What's up, girl?
Hello to my little friend.
It's good to see you. Good morning, Dale. Broski says I put a little something on the Texas money line this morning at plus 390. You put it on the straight money line. Yeah. I mean, that's good money. That's good money. But for those of you that think that Vegas controls everything, I don't know how smart that money is. Because I don't know if they would want to pay out a whole bunch of 390s, if you know what I mean. You know, that's a lot of people winning a good margin. Or maybe, yeah, but maybe Broski's one of the small margin of people that are doing that, and they don't have to pay out so many of those 390s. But that's good odds. Like honestly, I don't want to tell you guys to bet against the Lions on that, but if you want something that you could put a little bit of money on, that's I mean, the plus 360 is a good payout. Minus 470 to take the Lions to win on the line is not good. I think that's, I mean, I don't know what the margins are on that. That sounds like something where you bet $20 to win $1. $1. $1. I mean, there's a lot of people in here that feel like I do, like Chuck. Pure Grit. He says, I don't think they're gonna let me put that whole comment on there. I was trying to put it up there, Chuck. It's up there on the right hand side. They're gonna spank that ass.
We're gonna bite a kneecap off.
Pure Grit. And to me, it has nothing to do. Like, I think that the Commanders are a great team. I love the Commanders story. I really do. I mean, the thing is they're out there and they're talking about Jaden Daniels, right? How are the Lions going to stop Jaden Daniels? Like, it's more than one player. The Lions have been one of the best rush defenses in the NFL all year long. All year long. And, you know, the role players, Brian Robinson and, you know, Austin Eckler, all these guys, like, they're going to get shut down. You're right. How will the Lions contain Jaden Daniels? Well, there's their player. How do you contain Jaden Daniels? Well, you cover well. You got to make sure that when you go after Jaden Daniels, that you get Jaden Daniels. And when he extends play, you got to make sure that you're covering Terry McLaurin longer. Those defensive backs have to cover longer. They need to give the line more time to get to him. They need to be gap disciplined. You know, when you bust through your gap, instead of going after the quarterback, you have to maintain your spot, because you know what? You're not going to outrun Jaden Daniels and you're not going to chase him down. So as you're going across the field, especially your defensive linemen, they have to maintain where they're at. You know, instead of pursuing, they got to make sure their lanes are clogged. That's what they talk about when they talk about gap discipline. And then they spread the defense along those sides. He doesn't have anywhere to escape. Now what happens is when defensive linemen win and then they go and they try to sack the quarterback and they run right by him and they open up a giant hole, he runs through that hole, and that's how he gets those big runs. The way that you contain that is not to pursue as defensive linemen that can't run him down. You are to maintain your gap discipline and make him escape into your playmakers. And then your playmakers will clean it up. He's going to get some yards. But if you can, you know, get him into a little 5-yard run where he gets, instead of a 80-yard touchdown or a 30-yard run, that's what he's talking about with gap discipline. That's how they stop Jaden Daniels. We want Detroit. It's like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? A lot of people talking in there like these are the same old Lions. And the same old Lions from a meaning standpoint, the same old Lions is that they win. Under Dan Campbell, the meaning of same old Lions has changed. And the more people that bring it up in a negative light just look stupid. Okay, same old Lions sweeping the division. Okay. Same old Lions, 2 division titles in a row. Okay. I'll take it. I like that.
You like that?
Same old Lions. You know, winning 12 plus games, 15 games, 12 games, same old Lions. Yeah, okay. The same old Lions is starting to give confidence to Lions fans. It feels different underneath Dan Campbell. It just does. It just does, doesn't it? I know that there's that PTSOL, that feeling that creeps up and being like, oh no, we could lose this game. Jaden Daniels is so, and you're right. The Lions could absolutely lose this game, but they won't. They won't, because they're mentally strong enough. Brad Holmes has built a crop a core of players that all know how to win together. They're all mentally strong, even if we're not as fans. I went through a couple of those this year. It's like, what are we going to do? Both Minnesota games, I had that feeling in the pit of my stomach. And honestly, when it came to, it was like, it actually started from the San Francisco game, the game before, where I had these like doubt pits. And then I turned it around. And then in that Minnesota, there was no, I didn't feel any certain way in that Minnesota game that second time. I'm starting to feel like this team's going to will itself to win, no matter what, even in the close game. And will Dan Campbell, here we go, the fourth down gambles. Who's going to get the fourth down gambles? These are the two going for, this is going to be like, I saw a meme that said this was like a Madden game all the way. Like a 9-year-old Madden kid game where you got two kids that there will be no punts. All feel. Go for it. Go for it. All day long. The two most aggressive teams in the NFL are facing off. Talk about you're going for knockout punches. Yeah, I got a feeling that Washington's going to try to limit our offense. They want to take a long time to score. They're going to use 4 downs. And they want to run off 9 minutes per possession. That's it. If Washington's playing winning football, that's what they're doing. They are trying to establish the run. They're trying to make long plays. They know that their defense is going to have a hard time with our offense. And I'm sure that they'll have some things schemed up. But I think their game plan is going to be to try to limit possessions. They want to get that score down. And I think that the Lions, as much as everybody thinks they're just going to run the ball and play that game too, because we can, I think they're going to be taking shots, and I think that the Lions are going to try to get out fast and early tonight. Play action pass, because I do believe this team is going to try to sell out to stop the run. John says that's an SOL we can like. Yeah, it's being used less and less and less. But that's the conclusion that I've came to. It's like the new norm. I mean, when you're talking about, you can see the obvious progression with what Dan Campbell's doing. And finally, now he has the loaded team. And I expect that to continue to flow. Because Brad Holmes knows how to find talent in any round. So we're going to load up on talent every year. Now, we're not going to get to keep everybody, but we have the base core, and that base core is going to continue, for the next 5-10 years. You talk about Sewell and Amon-Ra. I don't know how much longer Goff will be here, much after the contract, but who knows? Maybe Goff just stays here, especially if he's winning championships. Yeah, that's the big thing. There's only a couple more things to knock off of the list. You just made the list. The list of things that the old regimes failed. The Lions will never do this. And they're knocking all that stuff off the list. And One of the things they don't have knocked off the list yet is hosting an NFC Championship game. And where I get all the confidence in this game tonight is the Commanders, you're not that team. You didn't go through what the Lions went through last year. The guys that are on our team remember what that feels like. Sewell remembers what that feels like. Amon-Ra remembers what that feels like. They know that they brought that energy and they knew it wasn't enough. Washington doesn't know that yet. Washington's feeling really, really good about themselves right now. And they should. They should feel good about themselves. But reality is going to set in tonight. Because win or lose for the Lions, like if they beat this Lions team, they are going to have to fight for 4 quarters. And if I've recognized any type of attribute over the Lions, even in that loss to Buffalo, Buffalo realized in that game that they had to play all 4 quarters. Because that defense stopped our Lions offense for the first 2 possessions. And then the Lions unlocked it. And then they scored. I mean, they lost a game that they scored over 40 points. That's what it's going to take for the Commanders to beat us. Is a total meltdown on our defense. Because our offense is going to score on you. We have an offense that just has all of the keys to your defense. There's no other offense like our offense. Washington isn't like our offense. They have a great player. But the Lions have the kryptonite. You know, the Amon-Ra, Laporta in the middle, along with the run game. If you sell out to stop that, you got to deal with your cornerbacks going against Jameson Williams one-on-one. We don't have problems like that. We're going to stop your run, and we're going to stop your run with 4 people. And then we got the coverage people out there with Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch in the back that if you start throwing bombs, we have your kryptonite. You're not going to be able to get that. They don't score fast anyway. Their whole deal is to do these long, 9, 10 play drives, 9 minutes. So 41-27 Lions. That's what Gary says.
You like that?
Scotty B says, I could see reworking Goff's contract and managing the budget well. Could keep this team together and growing for a while. Yep. We'll be definitely doing some in-depth studies on that, Scotty, during the offseason. On that. And every once in a while, I'll bring up the over the cap. And this reworking of Goff's contract will probably happen in 2026 when his cap hit is $69 million. He has $55 million is his base salary. And that's important because you got 69 million, you got 55 million, right? So that 55 number, all of the base salary is able to be converted to signing bonus when they restructure contracts. So what Scotty B's talking about right here, in 2026, the Lions could rework up to $54 million worth of Jared Goff's contract. They would convert that to signing bonus, hence lowering the cap number for that year and spreading that along the length of the contract, whatever those signing bonuses were from their base salary. So they'd be able to lower the cap number by over $50 million. Let's put it there. So for everybody that thinks that they're going to be screwed in 2026, that's just one guy that they could do that with. They could also do that with Penei Sewell's contract. They could extend him there, freeing up more money. They could do that to Amon-Ra St. Brown to offer up more money. So they are not screwed. They can actually play the game. They've been on the left side of the good money. Right now, they're still in house money where they got a lot of people that are very talented on rookie deals that are going to be here on rookie deals that we ain't even have to think about re-signing yet. Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta. We don't have to worry about re-signing them this year, Brian Branch. We don't have to do that this year. At the earliest, that would be a next year problem, but you could probably push both of them off to the following year. You can still play fifth-year option stuff with Jameson. So the whole fluid cap thing looks really good right now for the Lions going forward. But we're in the here and the now. I mean, we want to know, is this the team that can finally bring a Lombardi to the city of Detroit? Do you have that confidence in there? Do you have that confidence like me? I'm riding with it, baby. There isn't a team that's left in this playoffs that I don't think that the Lions can beat. They can beat the Chiefs because they've beaten the Chiefs. Now, the Bills, that's a tough one. We got to exercise the demon on that, but I think we can beat the Bills. We could beat the Ravens. We can beat the Texans. We could beat the Rams. We could beat the Eagles. We can beat the Commanders. And I believe our team believes that too. Believe that. You can't achieve that kind of greatness without going through somebody great. Somebody great is going to have to be disappointed. And this team is great. I ain't going to be guaranteeing no wins or anything like that. I just know that this team has the DNA to not fold under pressure. This team is about overcoming. And this year, the Lions blew out more teams than anybody. And they took some shit for that. But when we get into these playoffs and people making fun of us because we had a 24-7 lead in the NFC Championship and blew it, and then every one of those blowouts is a shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. Be quiet, because we had a 24-7 lead and that team came back and beat us. So, shut your mouth. If we put up 40, if we put up 50, shut your mouth. We want to make sure. We want to make sure we ain't making those mistakes anymore. We ain't going to make those mistakes anymore. So if we have to curb stomp your team, that's what we're going to do. We ain't pulling any prisoners out there. We're trying to win a Lombardi. This is serious. This is serious. This team is inspiring. You know, when I say that we're the UDFA of sports podcasting on here, I mean that. We are willing to work hard. We've been working hard. Keeping up this page. Trying to make it as a content creator for the Detroit Lions. And it's not for the Detroit Lions. I don't even know if they notice what we do over here. But we're fans, and we fan in our way. But we get better every day. The UDFA. I don't care about being the best. I mean, if you want to say we're the best, whatever. I don't care about being the best. I just want to be better version of the Villain Report. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. Just continue to get better. And our team, that's our team, man. That's how our team inspires us. That's good inspiration. Work hard. But just remember, you wanted this. You wanted this. We want Detroit. We want Detroit. I'm going to ask you at about 9:30 tonight when that game's going on, do you still want Detroit? Do you still want us? Or you just want to you want to get on that flight home? Is that going to be a long flight home? Our team takes care of business tonight. Our team takes care of business. Moonblade. Moonscar Blade.
You like that?
Good to see you, brother. We are in a position to win it all. There's no more excuses when it comes down to it. You break down this team from the offensive line. Let's go through that position by position. Offensive line wise. Let me see if I can do this here. Not by position. Dun, 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 dun. I'll put this in there. We'll do it fun with some PFF stuff up in here. So offensive line, that guard, tackle, center. Let's just see what PFF says about all this. Just got these guys. We'll do minimum snaps so we don't have everybody in there. Yeah. Cornelius Lucas, one of the better pass blockers. Let's see if we got that. Look at that. Oh, when it comes to run blocking, look at that. The top three guys. Peninsula. We won't have Kevin Zeitler tonight. But the Lions are in this rare air where it's almost like sometimes when a starter goes down, you know, you got a guy waiting in the wings that's ready to go, you know. And they drafted Christian Mahogany in the 6th round, and they really love this kid. He played really, really good. He was actually the best offensive lineman the one game that he played in relief of Kevin Zeitler. And he looks like he could be a special player. And we're going to know sooner rather than later. But you may be looking at what the offensive line is going to look like for the next couple of years tonight with Christian Mahogany in there playing guard. Now, Zeitler has been playing like a top 5 guard, so that is pretty hefty shoes that he's going to have to fill when it comes with that. But, you know, as passing, Jared Goff and Jaden Daniels, it's like this is the matchup of running quarterback versus pocket quarterback all day long. The quick decisions and Jaden Daniels' ability to keep plays alive are the separators on this. I mean, when you look at Jaden Daniels running right there at 90.0. But Goff has very good grades too. And where Goff has the distinct advantage over Jaden Daniels is the fact that he releases the ball. His decision-making is crisp. It's clean. He's accurate, especially when the offensive line keeps him clean. He is the best manager in the NFL. He knows exactly where to go with the ball. He's seen all of the defenses that are out there, very experienced, very good against the blitz. And when there's no play, here's the main thing. Sometimes people don't like this about Goff. Where is he throwing it to? He'll bail out of a play. He'll bail out of the play, meaning that he'll throw the ball to an uncatchable place for anybody and live to fight another day. Where a lot of other quarterbacks, you know, your Baker Mayfields of the world, it's like, look, dude, I'm going to try to make a play on this play, and I'm going to do something. And sometimes that works, and sometimes that leads to turnovers. Now, Jaden Daniels, on the other hand, this guy plays, he's very accurate. Like, this could be the dawn of a special type of player in here that has Mahomes-esque type of magic. So this is dangerous. What he has back there between his run, his pass. That's why they say you got to contain him. You don't go after him. You force him into your playmakers. And I don't know if that makes any sense. But, you know, it just sounds like blah, 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 coach speak. But I can really see it. I can envision the difference, you know, rather than Zadarius Smith trying to get upfield and, you know, chase him down from behind and all this stuff. You're trying to plug up all of those lanes and force him into somebody that's waiting for him. You know, you want to control where he's going to escape, and then you want to have the right guys in that spot, either linebacker or, you know, safety or whoever's there to clean it up, to make sure that he doesn't get huge gains. And you do that just by discipline. Sometimes it's going to feel like, man, why don't you just go get him? It's like, no, you got to make sure that he can't backtrack and then run through wide open holes. That's how you get burnt by these big quarterbacks. Yeah, Goff is not a rookie. Nope. You know, that's the main thing that we have on these guys. We got to use our experience to the advantage. Like Jaden Daniels is so young and that he doesn't know that he's not supposed to be here. He don't get it yet. He's so beautifully dumb. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I mean, he's too dumb to know that he's not supposed to be here yet. That the team ain't ready. And that's dangerous. But he's still a rookie. He's still a rookie. And I got a feeling that Aaron Glenn's got something for him. Because, you know, they went back through all of that tape and they found a tendency. Aaron Glenn trying to be a head coach. So Aaron Glenn went in there. He found himself a tendency inside of Jaden Daniels, and they're going to exploit that tonight. He's going to make a mistake. And I think that we can play mistake-free football on this team without having to get too sexy with our play calling. Halfback dive. Running right on that side with Penei Sewell and Ragnow pulling. Like, I don't think it has to be too sexy like that. And then play action off that. Oh, wow, Jamison Williams is wide open. I think we got their defense in a trick bag like that. But Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, you know, I know everyone's like, what are you going to do to stop? It's like, we got Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, guys. China and Arnold is going to be out there. They're going to be running that man stuff right up on the front while you got some ball hawks in the back. And they're going to be watching Jaden Daniels with the escape. But there's going to be some people out there on some man-to-man islands tonight. See what we got in here. J Mommy, I love it. J Mommy says, the Lions are on a mission with too many leaders on the field and sidelines not to finish it. That's why I get to the spot where I'm like, we don't answer questions. We're not going to answer questions no more. You got the questions to answer. The whole game isn't how do you stop Jaden Daniels. That is a question. But it's almost like it's led to believe like that's the only question that needs to be answered in the entire game. And that's just one question. And I went over how they stopped Jaden Daniels. And that doesn't come from me. I'm not smart. I've just listened to what Aaron Glenn has said and how they go about stopping these mobile quarterbacks in the past. The defensive linemen aren't fast enough to run them down from behind. That's not what they're trying to do, is get defensive end sacks. I swear to you. Gap discipline. You win your spot. They're gonna try to close that pocket in on them. Make those escape lanes small. And if he has to escape, they got somebody sitting over to the right because he likes to escape to the right. The minute that he breaks that contain, that he's right there to clean it up. I mean, it sounds a lot easier than it actually is because this guy is dynamic. But it isn't the only thing that's out there. So this episode of Lion Villain Report is brought to you by NFL Shop. Scan that code, the villain code. Get yourself up to 25% off of your order from our affiliate marketing partners there at NFL Shop. I've seen some of the final scores that are thrown in here. Paul thinks that the Chiefs are looking beatable. Branch and Terrion Arnold have played against Jaden Daniels in college. Yes, LSU and Alabama. They be some rivalries. And that means he's played in really big games. Larry says that we don't need to give away the playbook against this team. Yeah, I think good old-fashioned smash mouth, but I still think we're going to be popping them quick. I think they're going to try to run this score up quick, and they're going to try to get these. They want to put this team behind the 8 ball. That's how you're going to beat this team, is you want to put them behind the 8 ball and then get them hopeless. Force them into mistakes. Get them far enough behind the 8 ball that Jaden Daniels has to start taking chances, and then that's where Brian Branch and Kirby can take over. That's it. It's not that. I mean, it's 9.5 points because of that. They got to try to keep up. Mark says that the UK is ready for a showdown. Are you from the UK, my friend? Mark, we might have.
You like that?
We welcome you from the other side of the pond. That's awesome. Washington better be careful. They wanted the smoke. That old scene from Tombstone. Well, you called down the thunder. Well, now you got it. You tell Washington that I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. You are on the track, baby, and we are a runaway train. You're on the tracks. I had some of my friends, they hit me up and they're like, you're going on there way too confident. What happens if they lose? If they lose, they lose. I'll never get other chances like this. I feel good about this team. And that's going to be my theme as long as we're winning. It's like, we don't answer questions. What are you going to do about it? We've been answering questions for 50 years. Oh, what's Stafford going to do? Well, what are they going to do about? What are they going to do? What are you going to do? What you going to do, brother? We don't answer questions. That's going to be the theme for the rest of the playoffs. We don't answer questions. What are you going to do about Jahmyr Gibbs? What are you going to do about David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jamison Williams? I don't care about who you got on your offense. If you don't plan on scoring 40, then sit down. That's what I want it to be. God, I want it to be that. I'm coming there. I'm going there right now. You're going to need 40. You're going to need 40. We're putting up points tonight. That's the national. That place is going to be so rocking tonight. Jay Daniels, you've been in front of some big crowds like you ain't never seen. A crowd like you're going to see tonight in Ford Field, dude. You're going to make mistakes, and we're going to pounce all over it. Arr! Attack that tree. Go bite it. Arr! Go get him. Take no prisoners. We're hungry. We are hungry. Gibbs is the man. I'm telling you, man, we got something special here. Like, I went into the Detroit Lions PR and I put up a bunch of that content last week. Stole some screenshots from that PR, all of those accolades that they had. I don't know if I still have those on here for my presentations. Do I? Maybe. Oh, that was from last week. Did I get them? No, that wasn't the right one. But from last week, like Gibbs puts himself in some categories with a guy that I think he plays a lot like Marshall Faulk. The guy averaging over 6 yards a touch. The guy's electric. Leo, I wish I was going to the game tonight, brother.
You like that?
I'm just a lowly blue-collar podcasting guy. But we're going to keep grinding, though. Like I said, we're the UDFA. UDFAs get paid someday. We'll work it out. And I don't even want to get paid. I'll tell you what. I'll work a sponsorship deal with somebody out there. These games are so damn expensive. I'll give you the entire week on my program as my sponsor. You get me to the game. You get me to the game. There you go. I'll trade. I'll throw a trade. Mike the Bear fan's in the house. Good to see you, brother. The divisional round. That's where we're at, baby. 8 teams left. And as a Lion fan, you should feel confident in this game. It's 9.5 points. It's not 9.5 points just to make you feel good so they can steal your money. It's 9.5 points or 8.5 points. It's that because the Lions are the better team. They've been the better team all year. Like, I get that the big talk is how do the Lions stop Jaden Daniels? And I got you. I understand that. I get that. But this is the 30th ranked rush defense, and you have a team and an offensive line that's built off of destroying people in the run game. So when I say that we don't answer questions, that's what I'm talking about. We don't answer questions. Man, like Mike the Bear fan, we're not answering these questions anymore. What do you think about that? You're unbiased. Like, do I have the right to be confident right here against this Washington Commanders defense? Your team is weak against running teams, especially teams that run to the outside. Our team was built by Brad Holmes with the specific strength of bullying you and running the ball to the outside. So what you're the worst at, we built our entire foundation of our team to be able to run there. That's it. I mean, so if you can run the football like that, that's how you stop Jaden Daniels. How do you stop Jaden Daniels? Is you run the football right at that strength. You set up play action. They're going to score quick tonight. I think the Lions are going to go out to try to put up points quickly. Don't be surprised. And you know what? If they stop us from doing that, you know what? I think that they have the questions to answer. And I am not underestimating Washington. Washington hasn't stopped anybody on the ground. That's just the strength of my team. That's not underestimation. That's the question that they have to answer. They have to answer that question. How are you going to stop Jaden Daniels? Well, the way that you stop Jaden Daniels is you don't over pursue. You don't run past him. When you beat your guy, you remain in your gap. And you let him get pushed to you to get the sack. It's a discipline thing. But you're trying to feed Jaden Daniels to the Lions, so to speak. That's the now. I'm not just saying that works. He's a dynamic playmaker. He can still escape this. He can make somebody miss, and then he's running up a hill, and then he's running downhill. But the more of those 30, 40-yard running plays that he looks like a magician that you can turn into 5-yard runs, the better off that you are. Now, you want to take your offense and push it far enough ahead to where you're forcing Jaden Daniels to beat you and come from behind and take chances with his arm. If you can do that, then you are making Jaden Daniels play to the worst disadvantage that he has, which he could still beat you with his arm because he's got a good arm, but you want to put that type of pressure on him because when you do that, especially when you're in a hostile environment like the Ford Field, you could force him into a mistake. And that's where you get somebody like Brian Branch or Kirby Joseph. And that's why you have those good playmakers on the back end. Washington doesn't have those. That's a weakness from their team. Everybody likes Sandstrill. They drafted in the first round. I like Mike Sandstrill. He's been a good player for them. They got Lattimore, Marshawn Lattimore. He has not been good for them. But you want to go and you want to put Sandstrill up against Amon-Ra St. Brown? You like that matchup? If I'm Washington, I'm scared of that matchup. If I'm Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm like, I'm going to eat today. I'm going to eat all over this, anywhere I feel like it. They've been doing it against every team. There's no reason for you not to think that. So the questions, to me, if the Washington Commanders want to win, they have to stop Jahmyr Gibbs. They have to make Jared Goff one-dimensional and force him to beat you with his arm. All of it. Not running the football. But, I mean, think about that, though. Oh, you just got to stop Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay. Good luck. Oh, by the way, David Montgomery's coming back, too, today. So it's 8.5 points for a reason, Mike the Bear fan. I am not selling this team short at all. I'm not underestimating this team at all. This is a great Washington team with a great story all the way through the season. Honestly, the Bears should have beat them earlier this season. I mean, Hail Marys at the end, you know, a little bit of their season's on the luck end too. But Washington's already, I mean, they've won for their season. For a team that was left for dead, most people had them at 4 wins. You know, right there at the bottom of the barrel with the New York Giants. And not only did they turn it around, but they win 12 games. Win a playoff game already. They already did win a playoff game. They beat a team that beat us. But it does feel like the Lions are a team of destiny. I feel good about this game. And I'll come on and eat Mike Rowe. Mike, this is what we did. I'm very confident in this team. They wanted this smoke. They don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke. Our team wants it more than that team. I'm not underestimating that team. I'm just estimating my team. Those guys don't have the experience that we have. Where's Mike here? At least Mike's battling me on here. The Washington won 12 games with a weak defense versus the run, and Detroit has won 15 games with a run average. It could go either way. But Washington has not faced this run defense, Mike, or this run offense. They have not faced any run offense that's anywhere close to what our offense is. Our offensive line has 3 of the best graded players in the NFL at their position. Jahmyr Gibbs is breaking out, and nobody's figured out how to stop him yet. So they have a weak defense versus a run, but they've never faced a run offense like ours. So I mean, unless this is the Twilight Zone, and you're right. I have no doubt in my mind that Washington will be able to score points against the Lions. But I think it's going to look like a track meet where you just got a Lamborghini that's pulling away. Just pulls away, you know? I think it'll be a one-score game at halftime. Because I even look at the loss that the Lions had with the Bills. The Bills stopped them on the first two, and then they kept going. And you know what? If Washington's going to win, that's the way that they'll win. That's the way that they'll win. If they're going to win the game, it's going to be throwing haymakers back and forth. Pow, pow, pow. And, 49-45. That's what they're going to have to do to win. I believe that. But they're going to have to be forced into a game like that because I do believe that Washington's going to try to possess the football. So I think they'll try to possess the football because I think that they know that their defense is way more of a disadvantage. And the Lions defense is night and day over the last couple of weeks, especially with Alex Anzalone back in the game. So I believe that tonight that the offense from the Washington Commanders is going to try to possess the football to try to get Lions into the 30s, because that's the other part of it too. One of the reasons that the Lions score so many points is the fourth downs too. Like, we're going to score touchdowns. Part of our defense is our offense. We want to get out ahead and make the most out of those possessions. We've had a bunch of fourth down touchdowns on goal-to-goal situations. So I'm not saying that the Lions are guaranteed to win this game, but I'm just saying that there is a reason that they are favored by 8.5 points. It's not even. The Lions are a better team in many ways. The Lions' key to winning is just play Lions football. Run the football. I don't even think that they have to get too sexy tonight. I think they're going to be able to run right off that tackle, run right off Penei Sewell, and not have to take too many chances. Jaden Daniels is going to have to contend with our crowd. And he's never seen a crowd like our crowd. Not tonight. They're going to be fired up tonight. They're talking $1,000 to pay for parking and shit. Are you kidding me? It doesn't matter what happens in the regular season. Best running offense and the worst run defense in the regular season. None of that matters. It's the playoffs, period. Well, it's going to matter to me because I'm talking about it. That stuff absolutely does matter. And the reason that it does matter is because of the players that it matters with. What does that tell you? When it's the running offense, it tells you that the offensive line is moving people. The offense is moving people. That's what it's telling you. Like, it's Penei Sewell. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. That matters. So maybe it doesn't matter where they're ranked. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Let's get an Uber. 1,000. Yeah, I don't know how much of that's true. But this is not true. It's not +4 at home. The home team usually gets maybe 2. Maybe 2 of it will be on that line. That's not 4. That's not 4. Why are you underselling? Why are you on here underselling? you're cherry picking stats. Okay, where we got Washington is ranked 7th. in the NFL for offense. Lions are number 2. The Lions have the number 1 rushing offense. And now, if you're talking quarterbacks in there too, but I'm just talking running back duo being able to run, smash mouth, run the football. The Lions, there's a reason that it is 8.5 points. Whenever it's more than a touchdown, they're expecting it to be a blowout. Now, I think that you should take, it could be closer than that. It could be closer than that. They could get it in there. They could win. I get that. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The Lions have too many players on their team that want it. They want it more. I can't see anybody outwilling Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow. Not this team. Not now. They've been proving people wrong all season. I've had to listen on this show. I listen to it every single week, Mike. Every single week. Oh, you're done, Hutchinson. You're done. Oh, you lost Pascal and your other. Oh, you lost Lee McNeil. Oh, now you're done. Too many injuries. Oh, now you're done. Oh, now you're done. Oh, now it's done. 15-2. 15-2 with more injuries. Overcame more injuries than any team. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my team for what they've overcame for this year. Nobody expected them to win 15 games after losing their best defensive player. Lion fans, just sit back, enjoy it no matter what. And realize, we're on here running our mouths. We feel good about our team. We feel good about the team. And if they do lose, Russ will have to be on here Monday eating his crow. Because I can't go to the off season until it's the off season. So, but I'm not going to cower and say, I don't know what we're going to do about the Commanders. I'm not playing those games anymore. I'm not going to sit here and think about reasons of how they can beat us. If Jaden Daniels is that guy, it's possible that the Lions lose tonight. But that's the thing, is they talk about Jaden Daniels. That's what they talk about. That's it. What are you going to do? Stopping Jaden Daniels. That's it. And I think that Aaron Glenn's going to have a good plan for that. You are watching the Lion Villain Report with your boy Russell Wayne up in the house right here. We are brought to you by NFL Shop. You can scan that QR code, save yourself up to 25% off of your order with our affiliate marketing partner at NFL Shop. Thank you. Broadcasting live right now into the Lion Villain Squad Facebook page. Right there. And then we have Leon Phelps right here. Yeah, he's going to be out here. I'm going to take you all the way to 70,000 with my friends here from the Villain Squad. I got the ladies coming over tonight. I got myself a nice warm bottle of Cavaquier right here. We're going to share with the ladies. Oh, and when the Lions win, these girls get so excited. It feels good out there. And what is a Packer exactly? The Lions Villain Squad YouTube page right there. Please go over and subscribe. Hit that. If you haven't done it yet, it's just a click of a button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We're gonna be doing some more with that YouTube here in the next few months and really incorporate it into next season as well. Detroit Lions News Podcast right there. Joe Chapman, the boys, his 80,000 Detroit Lion fans over there, thank you to Joe Chapman, the boy at the Huddle Sports Network. Mike the Bear fan, he's in the comments right now. Mike the Bear fan and Bill the Packer fan putting together the Huddle Sports Network on Roku, baby. They got over 30 podcasts that cover all of the NFC North teams. I got a wrestling podcast on there. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff right there. So thank you for allowing us to broadcast right there. And if Christopher Walken was here, he'd say, the Lion Villain Report, you should watch it. It's a football show at 10 a.m. You should watch it. It could be good for you. It could be good for you. It could be good for your life. Oh, hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. You're supporting these Lions going all the way to the Super Bowl, getting that first Lombardi trophy. It would feel so sweet. It feels so sweet to be right there. But drop that hell yeah into the comments if you're feeling it. If you're feeling it. We are the UDFA of sports podcasting. We're not the best podcast that's out there. We understand that. But we're going to keep on grinding until we are, baby. The Villain Report live Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. Hitting it up. Doing that stuff. It's faith, family, and then football in that order. That's why I can like Mike the Bear fan and Bill the Packer fan, because I love them as people. I just hate their football teams. And we swept the division, so we're feeling good as Lion fans. So faith, family, and football in that order. We use football. Use it. Spend time with your family. Use it. Create memories with your family. Don't let football use you. Don't be a dick when they lose. You got 20 minutes, go blow off some steam. Faith, family, and then football in that order. That's going to come to the end of this broadcast of Villain Report. God bless you guys, man. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 Go Lions tonight. I don't know. I might do a little pre-show. But if I don't see you tonight before the show, then I will see you Monday morning, and we'll talk about a winner or a loser right here. So you guys take care. Peace out. Talk to you guys soon.
Hey yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, candles open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like licensing was popping in like oxygen when boxes win. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we winning it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity.